Books are a good way to program yourself. That's how you get knowledge. I started with chess books at an early age. I was about 10, and then at the age of about 20 I found a book that tells about 3 generations of Chinese ladies. There was grandmother, mother and daughter, and it told about 3 different eras. I was very impressed. I personally like fact books. It's my choice, and the fact that they are illogical gives that taste of life. I find fiction books to be about too logical, and I guess I like that connection. When I read 100 books and then one more, I can connect. If I would read 100 fiction books and then one more, it's very difficult to connect that. So world history is what I enjoy. Latest book I read was about Russian Revolution and Civil War. Deciding factor was that Bolsheviks had the geographic location, and they managed to hold Petrograd, current St. Petersburg. It was quite difficult to overtake because Finland and Baltics are all small nations. Germany and Britain had power to overtake it. However, there was not such political force to make it happen, and the whites that were battling against the Bolsheviks had geographic location near the borders. So when foreign countries had some domestic change, also the approach to the whites changed, and they didn't find a lasting strategy. So eventually the Reds overtook Russia. The book before I read was about the area of Congo River. It's a very pristine place. I also like those drums. So when the drums are played in the night, the message goes very far. Then the drums are played again and the message goes even further. So very long ago, during ancient times in Europe, there was possibility in Africa to deliver a message maybe 1,000 kilometers a night or so. It's one good lesson of drums. I've also read a book, actually many books about criminals, and the reason is that I want to stop these crimes, and it's actually quite usual to read books about these criminals because people want to know how they think, their psyche, and how to prevent these crimes. besides this connecting of the previous books that I've read to the current one that I'm reading, I also like to figure out more. For example, Mr. Cobain wrote his last letter, and I studied the structures. His way of thinking was written in so many lines, and then at the end part there is something which is written by completely another way of thinking. And those who study handwriting checked this. That sentence at the end part of the letter is done by totally other handwriting. So Mr. Cobain did not leave us by his own decision. Something to think about. There is also always the story ahead. New books and new enjoyment from reading.